Hi guys, I'm Tom and this is Good TV, and I just want to start by saying sorry for lack of videos. I'm nearly basically in exam season now, so I've been revising, stuff like that. Haven't been able to upload much or make much content, but there's been a lot of stuff in news of world of politics lately. Local elections I'm covering on Friday with the other Tom. But today, this came through my door, and many of you may know that I am not very proud to be a member of the European Union. I don't like it. And this is a leaflet sent to every house in Wales, it was originally, and now I assume it's every house in Wales, Scotland and Northern Ireland as well, stating why it is better for the United Kingdom to remain in the European Union. One catch: this was done by the British government using British taxpayers' money, that they had no saying that it was going to happen. They just did it, which obviously annoyed a lot of people, and they spent almost their entire campaign fund they were allowed to spend on this, the remaining campaign, on this one leaflet, and it annoyed a lot of people. Obviously Nigel Farage and a lot of the anti-EU camp saying that they shouldn't have been allowed to do this, but we'll leave that at the door. I just wanted to examine this booklet. So obviously it's called Why the Government Believes That Voting to Remain in the European Union is the Best Decision for the United Kingdom. And starts with a little calendar. It says how it's an important decision for the United Kingdom. It explains how on Thursday, the 23rd of June, there'll be a referendum. It's a big decision, and then it outlines the government's limited reforms to the United Kingdom, arguing that it secured a special status in a reformed European Union. That we will join the euro, thank God. We'll keep our own borders. We will not be part of any further European political integration, again, thank God. And that there will be tough new restrictions on access to our welfare system for new EU migrants. I think it was something like 4 or 5 years before they can claim any benefits, and we will have a commitment to reduce EU red tape. And it's saying how it sets out the facts, this booklet. So take with that as you will. Obviously it didn't secure closed borders. It argues about keeping our own border controls, but do you know what those border controls are? Oh, you have to have a passport to come into Britain, that's it. You have to have a European passport to come into Britain. Oh yeah, look, we're not part of Schengen, we won't be asked to join Schengen. Great, you need a passport. That's it. A European passport, or European Union passport. So this argues for a stronger economy. Arguing that the EU is UK's biggest trading partner. I wonder why. Is it the fact that we're not allowed to negotiate our own trade deals with other countries? Yeah, that might be it. The EU countries buy 44% of everything we sell abroad. Wonder why. From cars to insurance. Full access to its single market, and by leaving creates uncertainty and risk. Yeah, because the Eurozone isn't any uncertainty and risk at the minute, is it? That single market isn't on the verge of crumbling. No, not at all, no. Argues again, 500 million customers. Yeah, we've all heard that before. Makes it 5 times bigger than the UK's economy. Yep. Single market makes it easier and cheaper. Okay, yeah, take that point. Being inside the EU also makes it more attractive to companies to invest in the UK, and how over the last 10 years foreign companies have invested £540 billion in the United Kingdom. Yep, okay, they have. Doesn't necessarily put that down to the EU. And then it lists 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 companies, I believe, if I can't count. So I'll say companies, industries. So aerospace engineering, 110,000 jobs, 47% of exports going to the European Union. Chemicals and pharmaceuticals, 136,000 jobs, 54% going to the European Union. Financial services, 1,069,000 jobs, 41% going to the European Union, of exports. Food manufacturing, 373,000 jobs, 53% of exports going to the European Union. IT and telecoms, 1,364,000 jobs, 46% going to the European Union. Transport, 1,065,000 jobs, 44% going to the European Union. Doesn't this show that they need us more than we need them? So they're insinuating that if we left, what, all these jobs would disappear overnight? All these industries suddenly would stop investing in Great Britain? We'd lose all these exports? Or does it show that maybe they need these exports? They need us. They need our industry. I mean, transport, for example, that's been going since pre-war. You know, 1950s in Dagenham with Ford and stuff like that. It doesn't really. All it shows is that they need us more than we need them. Not that we need those. Oh, yes, we need you, European Union. We need them. We need them. It just shows that they want to invest in Britain. Whether in a time, if they were so angry about a Brexit, then why are some European companies, like I think it's HSBC, moving their headquarters to Britain? Curious. Improving our lives is the next section. The cost of living is basically arguing if we leave the EU and don't gain access to a single market, it would make food more expensive because of tariff costs and all that. Travelling abroad, arguing that it's making travel to Europe cheaper every year. EU reforms in the 90s resulted in dropping fares over 40% for lower cost flights. Then about the mobile phone roaming charges. However, what it doesn't say is even these have to admit that these might not change if we leave. Some argue little would change with the EU, but there are no guarantees UK customers would keep these benefits if we left. So we might not even lose these if we leave. It's rather likely we'll keep these benefits if we leave. The government aren't even sure of their own argument. What happens if we leave? Voting to leave would create years of uncertainty. Yes, but staying in would too. The monetary union that is the Eurozone is breaking apart. It is crumbling. Potential economic disruption, yes, because they use this exact same argument for when they want us to join the euro. Oh, if we keep the pound, if we keep the sterling, years of uncertainty. But government judges it could result in 10 years or more of uncertainty. But there is an article in one of the treaties, I think it was Maastricht, that allows for, I think it's 4 years. No, I'm not going to say how much length of time, I don't know. But an arbitrary length of time that life as normal would carry on for that country who's just left the European Union, for them to have time to negotiate their own trade deals. So bollocks, really, isn't it? And negotiate new arrangements with over 50 other countries. No, yeah, I've already addressed that. The government's judgment is that less than 8% of EU exports. Oh, yeah, no, it's a good point that I can now use against them. They argue that we couldn't get a trade deal because only 8% of the EU's exports come to Britain, but 44% of the UK exports go to the EU. Again, isn't that just saying that they need us more than we need them? They're exporting. They have nearly 50% of our goods because they need those. We only have 8% of theirs because we don't need them. Okay, so then the argument: no other country has managed to secure significant access to a single market without having to follow the EU rules, of which having no say, pay into the EU, or accept EU citizens living and working in the country. And then they say, a more limited trade deal with the EU would give the UK less access to the single market. Canada's deal with the EU will give limited access for services and stuff like that. But what everyone was asking in this debate, do you want a Norway thing? Do you want a Switzerland thing? A model. No, a model. Sorry, no. We want a British model. We want to negotiate our own deal with the European Union, and we'll see how it goes. I mean, this tiny country ruled at one stage a third of the world, or whatever it was, of the British Empire. So to suggest that we're not big enough, or strong enough, or powerful enough to handle the world on our own, it's funny. It's funny. The United States have just come out and said, oh yeah, leaving the EU would diminish our role in the world. They don't say that when they want us to help an invaded country, do they? They don't say, oh, you can't do it on your own. Maybe get Germany and France to help. You know, say, oh, come on, Britain, you're our greatest ally. Don't go listen to the international community. Come and do it with us. But as soon as it's leaving the European Union, so the political elite, you know, might have their little plan fall apart. Oh no, no, no! It's suddenly, oh no, you can't do that. You're not big enough to handle yourself. Not strong enough to handle yourself. It's a load of palaver. Immigration. They are again saying the argument that leaving the EU, we secured our borders with only having short passport, but no, that isn't securing our borders. We have full and uncontrolled mass immigration to the European Union. All they need is a passport. That's all they need. But we are now neglecting the Commonwealth. There's no control over no real control over our borders, other than, oh yes, you have a passport. Yes, come on, come on. We are neglecting the Commonwealth for unskilled mass immigration, and it's just wrong. The argument that, oh yes, we have secured our borders by staying in the European Union is wrong. And then the benefits, again, it's saying full access to the single market. For every £1 in government tax, a little over a penny goes to the European Union. That equates to £55 million a day. A figure came out and said that we actually get more benefit. We get less back what we give them, basically, which is obvious. Into sort of tax rebate, we get some back in tax rebates, but that doesn't actually cover the cost of us being there. The UK is a strong independent nation, but our EU membership magnifies United Kingdom's ability to get its way on the issues we care about, and then about blocking Iran from obtaining nuclear weapons, and the EU leading the way in climate change. Now, I see the argument for staying in the EU in terms of climate change. That one makes more sense. But we have the United Nations for that, the G8 for that, or G7, whatever you want, the G20 for that. We don't necessarily need the European Union. It would help, but then we can just work with the European Union to do that, or with the United Nations. Climate change is a great issue that we cannot ignore, but we don't need to stay in the European Union to tackle it. And then it goes on to say how it's a once-in-a-lifetime generational moment to vote and all that rubbish. And then protecting jobs, strong economy, and providing security. Yeah. You know, the security thing is funny. So I'm pretty sure that's what NATO's for. Isn't NATO for defending our armed forces and our army and securing all of that? June 23rd, UK Independence Day. We will get our country back from the bureaucratic, unelected European Commission and the absolute... The fact that they tell us how to run our country is abhorrent. Yes, okay, we elect members of the European Parliament and technically members of the European Council, but the Commission is completely unelected. Neil Kinnock, I have no problem with the man, greatly respect him, but he failed to empower twice here, and then went and served as the European Commissioner and had more power than any British Prime Minister. How is that right? The country rejected him twice, yet he still managed to technically rule the country via the European Commission. It's an affront to democracy. The entire thing is an affront to democracy. And I'll leave you with that. And just to say, basically, vote out. That's it. Bye, guys.